Aye, we give you the facts. It's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
Greetings, viewers and subscribers. Trelawney people or anyone else. Do you have any photograph for Abby J. Powell? He is also known as Terran. Terran was arrested and charged for the March 25, 2017 killing of Otis Patrick, also known as Rooney. Terran was just convicted in the Trelawney Circuit Court and he'll be sentenced next week. I am working on this story and the only thing I need is Terran's photograph. If you have any photograph of him, please send me a WhatsApp message to 876-343-1034. That's 876-343-1034. Now, this story, trust me when I tell you, is one for the movies. It's what you call a murder mystery. I'm going to be telling you the motive behind the killing. I'm also going to tell you how the police crack this case. I'm also going to tell you what the defense tried to do so that this murderer, Terran, could be set free. I'm going to tell you how the main witness was missing for 5.5 years and was not attending court. I'm also going to tell you, trust me when I tell you, you're going to want to stand by for this. Because the main witness, she suddenly showed up in court after 5.5 years of being missing. I'm going to tell you what the now murder convict told the court in his defense. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this one. But, Trelawney people, I need a photograph of Abby J. Powell, otherwise known as Terran. Please and thanks. So, as you know, I will soon be starting a program with an immigration lawyer who practices in the state of Maryland. Not Maryland, like I said yesterday. I had asked persons to send in questions for the lawyer, and most of the questions that I have gotten is the same thing. Persons got into trouble with the law when they were young, and now it's coming back to haunt them. The lawyer will be answering the questions, but youngsters, may I beg you now, avoid trouble. You have a life ahead of you, and the things you do now, they are going to come back to haunt you. If you get a criminal record now, even if it's expunged, it can still blight your future. Young people, be a leader, not a follower. A word to the wise. Now, in today's news, the St. James police, they have arrested and charged a father for some serious sexual offenses. These sexual acts were allegedly committed against his own daughter. His name is Fabian Morgan. He is 39 years old and he is living in the parish of St. James. So the allegations are that in 2019, when his daughter was about 12 years old, the daughter was living with Fabian, her father. They lived in a one-bedroom board house. It is alleged that during that time, Fabian, he did all kinds of sexual acts with his own daughter. It is alleged that he also threatened to kill her if she told anyone about it. But guess what? The young girl, she grew up. She is now 15 years old. And in late February, it is alleged that Fabian, he tried to have his own way with his daughter. He was resisted and it is alleged that he started raining some blows on her. The young girl, she reported the matter to her mother and her mother took her to the police. The police commenced investigations and Fabian Morgan, he was arrested and charged by the police for incest and grievous sexual assault. Fabian, he'll be going to the courts shortly. Now, in this next story, I carried a story yesterday. I told you about an incident that took place at the Bethel Town police station on Friday. The police, they are alleging that while they were trying to search the cells, they were blocked from doing so. They also allege that one of the prisoners in the cell, former Westmoreland most wanted Vivian Godfrey, also known as Klansman, the police are alleging that he used an object to cut one of the police officers on one of his hands, causing a serious wound. As a result, Vivian Godfrey, he was arrested and charged for wounding with intent. So I carried that story yesterday. A female contacted me in defense of Klansman earlier today. She sent me a few voice notes. Now, listen to what this female has to say and tell me whether or not she's a kerosene, as Sir P would call her, or tell me if you think she's being truthful. Listen to this.
Good morning, Papa. I want to make a report about an incident that took place in the Bethel Town police station. Vivian Godfrey was not the one who stopped the police officer. A police officer that goes by the name. He was the one who get a different police officer to beat Vivian Godfrey from a different location. They went around the cell, fly number 2 cell, which Vivian Godfrey tried to brace on the cell, the door, so they would not enter into the cell. Dan told Vivian Godfrey to take his hand off the grill. Vivian Godfrey refused. Take out his knife, bracing the grill to enter inside. Vivian Godfrey let go of the grill. The police officer lose his balance and stab the next police officer. When Vivian Godfrey saw that the police officer was bleeding, he ran back to the door and tried to close it, where cut Vivian Godfrey on his finger. 3 hours before they take Vivian Godfrey to the hospital, he received 4 stitches in his little finger and 2 in the next hand. So the report they made about that, they said about Vivian Godfrey stabbed the police officer, it was that stabbed the police officer, not Vivian Godfrey. The reason why trying to lay out false accusation against Vivian Godfrey, because Vivian Godfrey and had a case at Indicom where he beat Vivian Godfrey and Nicholas Rubin. Vivian Godfrey is no longer safe in Bethel Town police station because wants to kill Vivian Godfrey.
So you heard that? You be the judge. Do you think she's a kerosene, or do you believe what she's saying? Drop your comments in the comment section below. Now, this next incident, it took place at Bamboo Top District in the Green Island Police area in the parish of Anova. It took place yesterday afternoon, Sunday, March 5, about 3:30. We are learning that a 24-year-old man, he was at his home when a guy, popularly known as Bobby Six, who live in the same area, came to this guy's house, and it is alleged that Bobby Six, he accused the guy of stealing parts of his motorcycle. Both guys started arguing, and it is alleged that Bobby Six, he pulled a gun from his waistband, and the other guy, on seeing this, he ran off, but it is alleged that Bobby Six chased him. The allegations are that Bobby Six, he opened gunfire at this man, hitting him to the left side of his head. The guy managed to run away and make good his escape. He was assisted to the Green Island police station where he made a report. He was then taken to a nearby hospital where he was treated. So, Michael Williams, also known as Bobby Six, he is wanted by the police. The mayhem. Now, in this next incident, that man on your screen, and that's the best photo I could get of him. His name is, well, his first name is spelled Schmolck. His middle name is Domini, and his last name is Cuveilie. So you know what? I'm gonna be calling him by his middle name, Domini. In less than 3 weeks' time, Domini, he will be celebrating his 27th birthday. He lived at Rhine Park in the parish of St. James. Now, we are not sure what, if anything, was going on with Domini, but our information is that Early this morning, Domini's brothers went to his room and was calling him. He wasn't heard. The brothers, they tried to open his room door, but it was locked. The brothers became suspicious and they went to a window of the room. When they looked inside the house, they saw their brother, Domini, with a scarf tied to his neck and tied to the grill on the inside window. The brothers, they forced themselves into the room where they cut the scarf, trying to save their brother, but it was too late. Domini, he apparently died before help could reach him. The police were called and they commenced investigations. Now, we are told that based on police investigations so far, the police are suspecting that Domini, he took his own 3 points. Sad indeed. Now, this next incident, it took place early yesterday morning. Sunday, March 5, about some minutes after 12 midnight. It took place at Hilltop in the Canaan area in the parish of St. James. Now, this is what we are learning. A man, he's popularly known as Showerman. Showerman is said to be in his mid-40s and he's a shopkeeper. He's living in the Hilltop area. We are told that in the day, Saturday, Showerman and a hoodlum named Jermaine Lee, they had an argument. Now, I'm not sure what caused this argument, but Jermaine, he decided that that was not the end of the argument. That same night, minutes after 12 midnight, Showerman, he was at his home when he heard a male voice outside saying, "Police, open the door." Showerman, he immediately recognized the voice. He got up and peeped through a window, and yes, just as he suspected, it was Jermaine Lee who he had an argument with earlier. Jermaine was standing outside with an M16 rifle. It is said that Jermaine, he continued calling out, "Police, open the door." When he realized that Showerman was not opening the door, Jermaine started kicking the door. He then fired shots at the lock, shooting off the lock for the door. He then kicked the door again. This time it opened because the lock was shut off. But guess what? Guess what? By this time, Showerman, he armed himself with a machete and he was waiting for Jermaine because he decided that tonight is not my night. Jermaine, he then entered the house and on seeing Showerman, he managed to squeeze off one round at him. Showerman, he then started working Jermaine with the cutlass. You know what that means, right? Yes, man. Him started to fling cutlass upon Jermaine. Jermaine, with his M16, he ran out of the house, making good his escape. The police, they were informed, and when they processed the crime scene, we are told that 4 5.56 pen shells that are used in M16 rifle was recovered from the scene. We are also told that bloodstains were also seen from Showerman's house into the bushes. But it's not done yet. No, man, it's not done yet. We are told that early Sunday morning, Jermaine, who received some serious wounds, he went to the Cornwall Regional Hospital where he told the hospital staff that men came to his house and attacked him. The police, they were informed, and Jermaine, he was immediately taken into police custody. We are told that Jermaine, he's still a patient in hospital. Now, remember me tell you, it's just a pity. Only a pity. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to do it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button. As also, hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that as soon as we drop a new video, you will be the first to be notified. In the final story for today, this one took place last night, Sunday, March 5, about 8 o'clock. It took place at Mac Corner in Palmer's Cross in the parish of Clarendon. We are learning that man on your screen, his name is O'Neill Rhooms, but he was popularly known as D. D is said to be 40 years old and he lived at Kennedy Lane in Palmer's Cross, but he operated a shop at Mac Corner. We are learning that last night, D, he was sitting on a wall in front of his shop, eating ice cream. A church crusade was being held near to his shop, and we are told that he was sitting on the wall observing the service. Our information is that hoodlums, armed with handguns, they walked up and confronted D. D, on seeing them, he ran off towards where the crusade was being held. The hoodlums, they chased D and opened gunfire at him, hitting him in his head and his upper body. He was killed on the spot. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. The police, they were called, and when they processed this crime scene, we are told that a number of 9mm spent shells were recovered from the scene. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
Tell a friend for tell a friend for tell a friend about Popeye Newslink and PNL Blog TV. Like, subscribe and share. Quicksilver sing, if we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. If we just unite, what a country this will be. If we just unite, Jamaica live in unity. Hey, crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. I coulda sunshine or rain. Jamaica, no problem, no pain. Rude boy them knock out can't tame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. To the street and the lane. Everybody them start complain. Bloodshed, what a shame, but me want me country back. Give me country back. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans mash up Jamaica. Oh Jamaica, me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica, Jamaica, the land of the sun. Jamaica become now the land of the gun. East and north and south when me turn. Country and town, man a pay blood a run. Murder, don't you baby me hear them a murder. Cut it out, tell them no gonna further. Man a dead like cans and bird, yeah. Who no listen them a word, yeah. Crime it a mash up Jamaica. Criminals them a mash up Jamaica. Jamaicans